I'm just gonna go straight right into the video and talk about how to prepare for the Navy boot camp, the Navy basic training in 2025. So obviously get in shape immediately, because a lot of people, especially kids nowadays coming from high school, if this is you that's watching this and you're in high school, you're getting ready, or maybe you're in college, or maybe you just graduated from high school or in college, and maybe you are 50 pounds overweight, maybe you're 40 pounds overweight, 30 pounds overweight, maybe you can't even do 10 push-ups, maybe you can't even hold the 30-second plank. Like, you need to know where your fitness assessment is at the moment, because we have standards in the military, specifically the Navy. We do the 1.5 mile run, we do the push-ups and the planks. These are the exercises that you need to master. Obviously, I'm not just saying master these exercises, but you gotta be all around the board. Like, you want to join the military, like you want to be a warrior, like you want to join a group of disciplined people, right? Like, or so quote unquote, a lot of disciplined people. I've worked with so many great people in the military that were amazing people, just really great individuals in terms of their character and their habits. And I've also met a lot of undisciplined, vice versa. All right, so I'm not saying all of them are good, I'm not saying all of them are bad, but you just want to prepare for your fitness immediately. As soon as your recruiter gives you your date of shipping, or as soon as you have the idea, you just want to lose this weight immediately, because you're going to have a hard time in the military losing this weight. So you need to get in shape, start running every single day, start doing calisthenics every day, push-ups, planks, sit-ups, right? Burpees, jumping jacks. Like, you need to actually use your body. And then, like you don't want to be just doing like just walk in the park. You just want to, like, I'll play basketball a little bit, like, like I'm just gonna have a little stretch, right? No, like, you want to train with a purpose, right? Like, for me, I have the warriors style approach of training. Like, I love, like, specifically for me, I competed in bodybuilding, so I really am big into the strength training and the aesthetic aspect of fitness, but I've also am preparing for a boxing competition, so there's a warrior aspect as well when it comes to that. Me working boxing, like, I have to, like, train my cardio. I got to be all around. Like, you got to be able to fight. Like, you're going to be put into positions in the future where you're going to have to be on watch, and you're pretty much a security for the ship or the post, or wherever you are, and you're going to be a security team, and you need to be physically capable, and you need to have the cardio, the endurance that you need to perform your duties and your responsibilities. Like, there's a big ass dude, excuse my lingo, that is literally a threat, to the skin of the ship, that's gonna, or coming into the ship, and you are the first line of defense. Obviously, you have a weapon, but you always like, why would you just use your weapon? Obviously, right? But, like, why would you limit yourself from not, like, I don't even want to go in, like, because I've had so many back and forth with people, like, just use your weapon, right? Like, if things escalate or whatever, obviously there's there's levels of continuum to, you got your OC, your baton, right? Like, things like that. Then you got to use your MMA skills, for example. But, like you need, why not both? Why not everything? Why not be good at your weapon, be good at your tools, your weapons, and be great with your own body? All right, but that's that. Like, you're already getting me to a rant right here. All right, so just take care of your fitness, be a warrior, and let's move on to the next one. Learn Navy knowledge before you ship out. So, general orders of a sentry, like, this is something for you to, I believe, when you are still talking to a recruiter, they give you like for me, I had a binder, I had a folder that were the general orders from 1 to 11, because in boot camp you're gonna be standing at attention, and your RDCs are gonna be asking you, hey, what's your 6th general order, recruit? All right. Like, what's your first general order? All right. So if you don't know, then stand by. All right. So you got to know your Navy ranks. You got to know what a E4 looks like on the, on their tab or whatever it is. Your E6, what a O6, whoever it is, ensign, lieutenants, captains, rear admirals. Like, you have to know how many stripes. Just knowing the ranks, all right, like from enlisted to officer. And these are like the little details that you need to know, right? So because like these are pretty much, for me in boot camp, like that was pretty big in boot camp, because every time someone would come in, like, you're going to be standing at attention and they're going to be asking your general orders. They're going to be asked, because you're going to be tested for that. All right, it's going to be a knowledge test, and they're going to be testing, hey, what is this, like what's the details of a chief, right? Like gold fouled anchor, all that stuff, right? So you're going to memorize, you're going to do your homework and know your general orders and your Navy ranks. All right, now imagine your days are getting closer. You're almost 1 week out, 2 weeks out, 3 weeks out. This is where, because for me, like, I was kind of like actually just sitting around the house just waiting for my ship date. But this is the perfect time to actually already get your mind on point. All right, so like this is where you're building your discipline. Like, you're already thinking in terms of a new identity, because you are building a new identity. You're coming in as a recruit, you're coming in as a civilian, and you finish boot camp and you turn into a sailor, because you need to go through these challenges. You need to have the understanding, you need to have the knowledge, the mindset, the identity, in order to become a sailor and fulfill what you need to do once you get sent out to the fleet. All right, so you need to work not just on the fitness, right? Because we've already addressed the fitness, already addressed the body. Now we got to address the mind. Now, this is a big thing. Then this is a very complex conversation, right? So, and if you go through like the YouTube videos on how to prepare for Navy boot camp, a lot of people tell you, prepare for, like your phone calls. As soon as you get to the boot, like to the basic training, and have phone calls with whoever, right? Like things like that, right? Like, they've already addressed those things. So I'm not gonna be repeating and beating the dead horse here. Like, I'm gonna be talking about things that nobody really talks about yet, if we haven't already. So the mindset aspect of boot camp, because in the basic training, like, it's 90% is mental and 10% is physical. Obviously, you want to maximize your fitness, and like, I'm not telling you to be fat and overweight, and because it's 10%, I don't need my fitness, right? You want to be successful at both. All right, so a lot of people, they see challenges, right? They see challenges and it breaks them. Instead of, here comes challenges, here comes pain, here comes struggle, let me build upon that. This is an opportunity for me to because I know that if I conquer it, if I overcome it, then I'm only getting stronger. Like, I'm only getting better. All right, you need to have a different relationship, because in the fleet, when you go out there, you will have many experiences, a lot of challenges. I'm not giving you a heads up right now. You're going to be dealing with a lot of people, different personalities, personalities that you might get along with, very great people. And you will also get personalities where you guys will conflict and collide if you don't know how to handle them properly, if you don't know how to maneuver, if you don't know how to communicate properly with other human beings. Communication skills, human skills, relationship skills, building rapport, being able to have that teamwork, right? Because a lot of people, they get into the military stuff, hey, like, all about leadership, hey, like, I'm telling you what, like, stuff like that, right? Like, people get into their ego. So you got to be able to connect with people, build relationship, build rapport, so you guys are able to work together and things gets done, because you guys are communicating clearly, and this person is doing specific tasks, you're doing specific tasks, and you guys are working together as one unit. All right, instead of everybody's, because there's already enough war going on in the world, right? And we need to be a team, right? And I'm sure you have a lot of stuff going on, so you going to work, like, you don't want to cause any more stress, all right? Like, you just dealing with a person. So you want to be the person that, you know, if you can't avoid that person, you want to be able to be water, and you're able to maneuver certain situations. All right. And again, I'm on 10 minutes right now. Like, hope you're still here, and I appreciate you for still being here. But this is going to be a discussion, because like, I believe that this is a discussion that needs to be taught and shared with people that are getting to the military, because a lot of people, they just have the summary breakdown. If you have the time to watch this video, and I appreciate you for being here, so I have the time to kind of sit down with you and share some stories with you. All right. So for me, a lot of the like, maybe you have different challenges, right? Like, but for me, like, I just saw challenges as opportunities for me to be better. All right. So that's a hard person to deal with. That's a challenge to kind of deal with. It was just an opportunity for me to get better. All right. Another thing is, be prepared for losing sleep. Like, you will lose a lot of sleep. All right. And it's going to be required that you're going to perform without sleep. 4 to 5 hours of sleep. Maybe it's 2 on sleep, 2 hours off, or it's a broken up sleep into a full day, right? We get 5 hours sleep total. Maybe there's some days where you get 6, 7 if you're lucky in boot camp. All right. So you want to be able to perform. You gotta be able to have clarity and think properly and operate and make decisions clearly, and have the clarity that you need to move forward. And still do your job properly and still perform. All right. So you will be losing a lot of sleep, and you have to be prepared to work, because it is almost like, because as a high school kid, as a college student or whatever it is, like, you've never really been exposed to workload. And for me, I knew that immediately, and I'm a workhorse. Like, all I do is work all day. I love to work, and I believe that I channel a lot of my work energy into personal development. And if you don't like work, you're not gonna like the Navy. You're not gonna like the military in general. I'll tell you that right now. So if you don't like work, if you're lazy, if you want to sit around and lay around all day, then like, you gotta double think your choices. All right. Like, I'm not even a recruiter, and again, like, I'm making this video. This is just my personal opinion, my personal perspective, not the DoD's voice. I'm not the representation of what they're saying. I'm speaking from my experience. All right. So I'm just here, I'm just Jerome. I'm just here to connect with you. All right. So excuse me. So being as prepared as possible with your fitness, with your mindset, has to be locked in. You got to be focused, no distractions, eliminate all the distractions coming in, and you got to take care of your finances, because a lot of people don't just having a clear direction, like knowing how to build your income, like knowing how to build your savings, knowing how to decrease your expenses, having the discipline that you need to eliminate all debts, and just being very smart with your money, being able to invest properly. Like, these things, you'll learn over time. But it's just being ready with your physical, your mental, your financial, and spiritual. If that's a practice that you practice. Personally, for me, practicing a spiritual practice helps me with my grounding, helps me with at peace, helps me see a bigger vision, a bigger purpose of why I do certain things. So it helps me perform my duties in the correct manner, regardless of what's going on. All right. Having the right attitude at all times, having the never back down, never quit, never surrender type of mindset. It really helps support my performance on a day-to-day basis. So, summary, right? So everything that we've talked about, work on your fitness immediately. All right. Like, I don't know how much time you have with a recruiter or, with your shipping date, but you need to maximize your time. Like, you need to eliminate all the distractions immediately. You need to build your mind's focus, your concentration now. And you want to learn all the Navy knowledge that you need to know, right? Your general orders, your ranks, like the basic Navy traditions, little bit of history. They're going to teach you that in boot camp. But it's just good to be equipped with the knowledge that you need. And then your mindset. You know, your mind is on point. There's nothing distracting you. Maybe you're going through a divorce, or you just broke up with with your girl, or some stuff like that, or whatever it is. All right, you want to come in there, just being present. Just you have one goal, and just finish and just graduate and overcome and become a sailor. All right, so I need you to comment down below. Let me know when you're getting shipped out. Like, let me know when you're going to basic training. And I need you to, once you finish your basic training, I need you to comment back on your own comment and let me know your journey, and let me know, hey, you've passed, and that would mean so much to me. Like, I'm here to kind of hear your story a little bit, and like, I wish you the best of success. Like, I wish you the best of luck. Go out there, and like, I know you can do it. I know you will do it. I've done it. All right, so if I can do it, this is light work for you. Just come in there with the right physical, right mental, and right spiritual, and everything will be fine. All right, just be prepared, have the knowledge that you need. Close your eyes, and one day you go through all that challenge, you become a sailor. All right, so I will be next speaking to you as a sailor, and an honor to work with you. So hope this was helpful. Like, comment, and subscribe. See you on the next video. Peace.